Greetings. I think I'm streaming actually. Hold on, let's just make it the full face cam. Greetings, everyone. How is everyone? Greetings, sailors. Um, Today is the day where I will be telling people stories. Isn't that interesting? Um, I don't really have much stories, and a few people actually sent their stories to me. Not a lot, but we'll manage. The stories are actually quite long to read. So I've got my charging phone, and yeah, let's see who we should read first. First person we're probably going to be reading is a good friend of mine. We've actually known each other ever since ever since we were born. Our mothers knew each other for a long time. So Dawn, I just got more stories. So her name is Daria, and we're just gonna switch the face cam to the live scene where I'm gonna be playing Minecraft as as we, say the stories. Hello, hello everyone. Sorry, I had my chat off for a second. I was concentrating on something else. But how is everyone? Um, Getting some interesting stories. Hold on. I forgot to set everything. I thought I was ready to start streaming, but I wasn't. Is my screen working okay? I think so. Hold on. I got two stories from her, but we're gonna start with her creepy teacher. So I'm just gonna put my phone on my laptop over here, and we're gonna start reading. Hold on, this is a really long story. Daria's teacher was so sick, so another teacher called in to teach the class. At the start, she was okay. I won't say who, but let's call her Rose. Rose was doing the class, then we were learning pronouns in Irish. She told us Hold on. She told us to put her coat and behind she would behind and hold her arm. Another time this kid with ADHD was sitting in his chair improperly, and kids with ADHD have problems like this. Rose told him that she had dealt with kids like that before. So later on the class and Daria were doing math game math game. Daria was the class clown, so when she was lost, she said "Kaka." After that, Rose said that this was horrible and remembered this class was in fifth class. Rose started calling Daria a sore loser. After that, it was time for recess. Sighed, wait, Before Daria left, Rose grabbed her arm and said, "Tell me if anything is wrong, Daria." Daria sighed. She was so angry and pissed and creeped out, so she sat down with her ex. They were good friends. She couldn't hold out the anger, so she started crying. Just to let you know, Daria was the toughest in her class, so wouldn't normally cry. She wouldn't normally cry. When they came back, Rose and the class were doing English. Rose rose to Daria's book and told to look in, so she started drawing. Wait, hold on. I'm sort of lost with where we are. So I'm just gonna stop playing Minecraft for a second and actually focus on the story. So she started crying. Just to let you know, Daria was the toughest in the class, so she wouldn't normally cry. When they came back, Rose and the class were doing English. Rose to Daria's book and told her to look with her table buddy Daria. Daria was bored, so she started drawing. Women's big chests with tight dresses on. on. Rose caught Daria and asked what is this with a weird look on her face. Daria answered politely. They are my doodles." When Rose gave the paper back, she said they were good. Daria answered back, "It's trash," and threw it in the bin. And by the way, Rose grabbed that picture, so Daria was 10% even more pissed. Rose had said that her mother used to be the principal of the school. This is for future. Daria's friend snapped at the teacher and shouted, "You made Daria cry." Daria blew her friend a kiss when she dragged outside the class. If you want a part 2, stay tuned. Oh, well, that was interesting. If you're a teacher and you shouldn't really grab your students' arms like that and start rubbing that's really weird, especially if you're like a substitute teacher. And if that does ever happen, if a teacher does start doing that, you should tell the principal or something. But that's just overall disgusting. I don't think a teacher should be doing that. But Daria is really good at drawing, just to let you know. But I don't understand why a teacher would do that. But the kid with ADHD, the teacher is just so disrespectful and stuff. Like, that's horrible. I don't think that should be happening. Or someone here. Not sure, but you are here, Legendary. But that's just horrible. Teachers shouldn't do that. So we're gonna move on to the next story. Next story is another of Daria's stories, and it's when she got her pet dog. How Daria got her dog. One day in August, Daria and me. Oh yeah, I was also here when she got her dog. So the me is me. Alright, everyone? So how Daria got her dog. One day in August, Daria and me had a playdate. Nothing special, just a playdate. Very true. Daria dreamed of having a dog for 5+ years. Our mom said that we were going on a road trip. Daria and I were so excited. Our mom said to bring a blanket because our mom said it would be cold. By the way, Daria wrote this in my point of view, so I brought my laptop to the car so me and Daria could watch a movie on Netflix. The movie was Eurovision and it was hilarious, trust me. Then we stopped at a gas station to get Daria's favorite drink, a Circle K slushy, blue raspberry. Just so you know, I've never had a Circle K slushy before that day, so that was my first time, and they were delicious, but that doesn't matter. It was my first time, yes. Then we stopped in the middle of the road. After that, Daria's mom told Daria to come out of the car. My mom was filming for some reason. Then I realized Daria got her first dog. So, we were just casually in the car. We were going to do a TikTok until, my mom started recording us for some reason. I do not understand why, but I was very confused. I was telling my mom, "Why were you recording? Why were you recording?" My mom just like put her finger on her lips, just like, "Shh." Like, how am I supposed to know that it's supposed to be some sort of secret? But let's continue. So Daria was so happy and she was crying. Yes. So when Daria left the car, all I could just see is Daria crying, like holding a pug in her arms. It was a baby pug. Later when oh wait, hold on, we're not gonna spoil that part. First we're gonna talk about. So we were just in the car trying to make a TikTok, and all of a sudden my mom would just start recording us and stuff. I already said this part. But Daria's mom told Daria to like leave the car, and I was just I opened my door a little bit because, you know, my mom told me to record as well. So I was a little bit confused. So when I started recording, I was recording Daria. Um, her mom took a pug out of this guy's van. Like this dude was selling a pug to Daria. So like the man, or either Daria's mom or the man gave Daria the pug, and Daria was like, "Oh, it's so cute." And then she like gave the pug back to the man until her mom said, "No, Daria, it's yours." Daria, Daria's reaction was like, she was speechless. She was like, "It's mine," and then she started crying. She burst out crying. It was actually really wholesome and very, very, very sad because she was crying. Obviously, who wouldn't feel bad for their friend? But the the pug is adorable. There is a picture, but I'll show at the end, and I forgot to set up the picture. So when we brought the pug in the car, you know, I gave the pug my hoodie. Um, uh, Later when we started driving, I had the pug on my lap because apparently I'm the aunt of the pug, Roxy. The dog's name is Roxy. We were planning the dog's name, the pug's name, the whole car ride. While Roxy was on my lap, Roxy puked on my lap. Like there was puke everywhere. The car seat, my ties. It it was really funny. Um so now Daria is living life and is hoping to be a vet to help animals one day. Very sweet. Plus, having Roxy made Daria lose some weight. I hope y'all enjoyed. Oh, that's so sweet. Claps for Daria. Oh, that's lovely. I hope Daria and Roxy are doing okay. When I first got my dog, it was difficult because we didn't know how to treat a dog, and there was some troubles because my dog wouldn't stop pooping everywhere until you know we sort of got used to it. And my dog's now 5 or 6. She's 5. My dog's now 5, and yeah. Next story, we're gonna go on to another good friend of mine. His name is Charlie. This is a story about when he got into a fight with one of the kids in my school. So let's go on one day. Blank. I won't say his name. Was walking down, and some. Hold on, I'm sort of confused. But the blank is Owen. That's not his real name. So Charlie is his real name, and Owen is a whole different person, which is using a different name. Um, so let's go. One day, Owen, I won't say his name, was walking down as some people tend to do, made a joke and called Owen a prick. Um, that's not very nice. I'm not. I don't. I hope. That's not a slur what I just said, but it's a very naughty word, and you shouldn't call people that word. So Owen got really mad and started fight screaming curse words at him, launching him things like the fast forward a few days, and me, Owen, and a few others were walking home when Owen and his friends started trying to hit him. Yes, so Owen got hopped by these group of kids in my school. They're horrible, and I let's say they're like the type of people that are like, "Oh, I'm so cool." They are those type of people. They think they're very cool, but they're also very toxic. So Owen got hopped there. I don't really know what happened there. Um, but I was one of the witnesses when Owen was getting picked on. So I might have kicked one of the people, not on the road, almost on the road. I do feel bad for the bike. Um I do feel bad for the bike because I kicked the bike. But, yeah, so, let's see. Let's continue. We are gonna continue. 4 likes, yes, 4 likes. And a few others were walking home when Owen and his friends started trying to hit him, and we started trying to. Wait, hold on. I think I've said the names wrong. I think blank is the bullies, and. Oh, wait. Never mind. So we're gonna call the bully, we're gonna call the bully. We're gonna call the bully, Zfall. Zfall. It's just what my bottle is called. 5 likes now. So Zfall and Owen. Zfall is the bully and Owen is the victim. So, and me, blank, and a few others were walking home when Zfall and his friends started trying to hit him, and we started trying to break the fight up as you should. And eventually they went away. For it again, a few days we were walking home and Zfall started full on hitting Owen. So I stepped in and hit Zfall in self-defense. Now to put a long story short, he was pissed and decided to take his anger out on me. He hit me like a 5-year-old, I say, as he takes his and away and walk away. To this day, he always screams and shouts curse words at me. If he sees us, the end. I don't understand why people pick on people. Like, Zfall was just picking on Owen for, like, no specific reason. Owen did nothing wrong. We can all agree with that. No one did nothing wrong. Except for Zfall, because he's bullying. But, like, come on. People could do better. You shouldn't just do that. You shouldn't pick on people for absolutely no reason. Yeah, they might have done something bad. Like, call your friend something. I mean, Owen called Zfall's friend something, like, because of the bullying, and that's when he sort of got hopped. So, that's really bad. Bullying is not okay, everyone. You can make fun of your friends as a joke that you don't actually mean it, but some jokes can actually hurt. So, like, you may be, for example, your friend is, uses a different name or is non-binary or transgender, like, they were born a female, but they want to be a male, and you keep using the she/her pronouns and using the wrong name as a joke, that's really hurtful and you shouldn't do that. What's another example? I don't really know what else to say, but bullying is not okay. That's really the moral of the story. Bullying is not okay. So we're gonna go on to a next story. Another good friend. Oh, to be honest, only my friends send me. My friend sent 2 stories. Her name is Caroline, and she's very cool. One day, me and my friend went to Aldi, and after that we went underneath the train tracks. We kept on following a path which led us to be on top of a hill. We made TikToks, but a few minutes later, these teenagers came up as well. We looked at the grammar where it's hard to difficult. What? It's hard to read because it's quite difficult for me. Which led us to be on top of a hill. We made TikToks, but a few minutes later, these teenagers came up as well. we looked at it. We looked at it. Looked like they were shoving fireworks down a pole. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to make this make more sense. So, Caroline and my other friend, they were underneath a train track, and few minutes later, these teenagers went up to them and started like putting fireworks inside a pole or something. Hold on, I'm gonna start playing jazzy music. um, but these teenagers started throwing fireworks inside a pole. Caroline has never walked that fast I have never walked that fast, but when we were going down to back up to the dunes, some more teenagers. At that point, I was trying to stay calm. It was probably a gang. Um, Word from Caroline, be careful out there, girls and lads. So, Caroline also dialed 999. It's the number we use in this country, to call the police or the fire department and stuff. And I was terrified. Next story by Caroline is, jeez, yeah. My friends and I, one day, we all went up to the dunes. Before that, we went to Centra, then we were there for about 2 hours. We saw teenagers vaping and running away, but a few minutes later, they came back. I was like, guys, let's leave because it's getting late, but the real reason was that I know that we were about to get hopped. Which hopped is when you're thrown on the floor and they take all your stuff and beat you up. Yes, I forgot to mention when about Owen's story, the story Charlie was talking about Owen's story. Hopped means is, as Caroline said, a group of people like go around you and start beating you up or something like and take your stuff. It happened to one of my friends before. We won't say his name, but right now he's going to remain anonymous. They have been hopped before, so it's not really a good thing. You shouldn't hop anyone, and it's illegal to do that. They started coming close to us. They tried to take my friend's dog, but luckily I got her. We ran when we got to the footpath. They started throwing sticks at us and following us as we ran, all the way back to where my friend lived. I was terrified that night. We all promised to not tell our parents because we know we all wouldn't be allowed out again. Oh, that's not very nice. So my friend, she uses they, she, her, they, them pronouns. But she has a guide dog. She has a lot of dogs. But I'm not sure which dog it was. But if it was the guide dog, then that's horrible. But if they tried stealing her dog, that's just horrible. You shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be stealing anyone's dogs. You shouldn't even be hopping anyone. Because that's just horrible. Like, you shouldn't just do that. No hopping anyone. No making fun of anyone. Don't even throw sticks at someone. Don't steal dogs from someone. Like, I'm so sorry that happened to you guys, Caroline. And the other people. Now, next story is going to be... Which one should I do? Maybe I'll do Owen's story. It's when he went to a haunted house in my area. Well, not really in my area, it's in this other estate. So the first time I went to this house, it was completely flooded, so you had to be careful not to get wet. Going upstairs and exploring downstairs. Wait. Oh god. Trying to focus on the game, but also, reading the story. There's no one here. There's only 2 viewers, sadly. So the first time I went in this house, it was completely flooded, so you had to be careful not to get wet going upstairs and exploring downstairs. So I leave because it's too wet and dark, and I forgot my phone, so no flashlight. So I go back the day after only to find that the house is completely dry, which confused me as it does not take a day for a house that has no windows. When I looked around the dry house, I noticed the tunnel which presumably connected to the sewer or hidden basement. I'm not sure. Now what's creepy about this house is that it caught on fire in the 40s and bodies were never found. Now that's a creepy story. I don't know. Now that's actually terrifying. Just imagine exploring a haunted house and you forget your phone at your house. Wait, hold on. I said that wrong. So you're going to a haunted house and you forget your phone at your own house. So you have no flashlight, but the area was all flooded and it was dark. So you go back to get your phone. And then when you go back to the haunted house, the place is all dry and you find a tunnel that may lead to a basement or sewer. What's even creepier, that the house was built in the 40s and the bodies were never, like, in the 40s, and the house got burnt down and the bodies were never found. So, that's just terrifying. But, I'm glad you're okay though, Owen. At least you're safe and you did not get kidnapped or died. So, yeah, next story, which I may think it's the last story of today, is Connor's story. So one time when I was 9, I was at my friend's little sister's birthday party, and we were playing this game of tag, where a single adult was on, and they pretended to be a monster. I was the oldest child there, so we were playing the game, and my friend, her cousin, and I climbed up to the roof of a bouncy castle they had. And they were sitting there talking, and the adults ran up to us, and my friend had already ran, so I turned to her cousin to find she had ditched me. Oh, poor Connor. So I turned around and jumped off the roof and landed face first into the ground. I went home with a slight pain in my arm, but I thought nothing of it. Until I was in gymnastics class. A week later, then I suddenly felt the pain again. The instructor told me to get an x-ray. Turns out my arm was broken. It's pretty lame, but it's kind of funny. You broke your arm. Oh. So you were at a friend's birthday party. And you were playing tag, and the adult was on as a scary monster, and your friend and your friend's cousin ditched you. So you jump off the bouncy castle to only find out you have broken your arm. Oh, that's horrible. I feel so... But at least Connor is better now. He doesn't have his arm broken anymore, but if he didn't go to gymnastics and his gymnastics teacher didn't tell him to get an x-ray, who knows what would have happened. Maybe they would have found out that Connor's hand was broken, but, oh, yikes. Poor Connor. But, yeah, that's basically the story. I think that's all of the stories. Hold on, let's check. Yeah, that's all the stories I got, for today's stream. I don't really have any stories to say, wait, no. I don't have any stories, I'm sorry. So, we can keep this series going of story time. So, if you guys want to say, a story you guys want to talk about, like, it could be, like, self-awareness, like, to spread awareness for something, or, yeah, but for all the stuff that happened to the people, like, the bad stuff, I'm so sorry that happened to you, and, yeah, hope see you guys in the next stream. I might be streaming on FNAF again, but yeah. So goodbye, everyone. Hope you guys had enjoyed the stories, and DM me on any of my social medias. I'll put them in the comment section, maybe description if I have time to edit the description. So yeah, DM me your stories, join the Discord server if you have any stories